immediate. Alright, this is what we call begin mode. Alright, whereby they do not discount the very first PMT. Okay? Now listen very carefully. So for example, right, how do you calculate this in your financial calculator? Now highlight the word begin mode. Why begin mode? Because start begin. Okay, now how do you change begin mode? Now those of you using AP, listen very carefully please. Shift MAR. You see the word begin. Right, shift clear all 1:1. So 1000 PMT. How many years? 4. And what is the interest? 10. I. Present value 3486. Can you follow? Now try this out. Do you get the answer? For Casio, you go to CMPD, right? Okay. You just select the very first button set. You see in your CMPD, you go up, you set, you press execute, then you select begin. Alright, execute begin. Then you see begin. You can see. Now you begin everything. You don't have to erase memory. You just press solve. You get the answer. 3486. Okay. Now this one carefully. Those you Casio one. You see here. Okay. Alright. Okay. Now you go to CMPD. CMPD function. Right. Again CMPD. Right. You press execute. Execute. Then you press execute begin. Execute. You know, execute, execute. Right, execute, execute. Then you see begin, correct? Then you begin. And 4. Okay, and 4. Right, I. Okay. 10. I 10. Execute. And then present value do not know. Right? No, present value do not know. Right, okay. See the next page. Right, you must follow the steps. You must follow the steps. Okay, right, okay. Present value do not know. Scroll down. PMT is what? 1000. Execute. Everything will remain the same. You go up to present value. So execute. Go up. Go up to present value solve. 3486. Right, okay. This is a bit of practice. Okay, so can you get? Can you follow? Okay? Right, can you get? Now, just one last question. Then we take a break, sorry. Let's see. Because a lot to cover still. Now, if you notice, okay, this question now, most importantly, how is it applied in real life? How is it applied in real life? For example, you got this situation here. I would like to pursue my education in US next year. I like the word next year. Very important. Okay, right? You require $50,000 a year for 4 years. How much will you require? Well, $50,000 for 4 years, they say 200,000. But that might be over provided. Okay, now this one is to use the, what I call this, the financial table. Okay, now in your financial calculator, now the few thing, your PMT 50,000, is it year 1 or year 0? Year 1. Alright, because of that, is it begin mode or end mode? End mode. These are a few things you need to establish first. So, alright, you follow these steps. Okay, alright, follow these steps. Okay, see whether you get the answer now. Okay, alright, follow this step. So shift, clear all. Right? Now if you see the word begin, it means what? Shift MAR. Make sure you don't see the word begin. Speed stroke Y is 1. So 50,000 negative present, sorry, PMT. 4 and 10 I. Compute present value. You get 158493. Now try. You get 158. Now those who are using Casio one, you don't get it. Alright, you have to set back to end mode. Alright, you have to set back to end mode. Okay? Right? Okay, good. Okay, and is how many years? You observe here. And is how many years? 4. So you press 4, execute. I is 10. 10, execute. Alright, present value you don't know. PMT how much? 50,000. Okay, good. 50,000. Okay, execute. It's supposed to be negative, doesn't matter. Then scroll up. Present value. Then you scroll up. Scroll down. Present value. Present value PV. Scroll up a bit to PV. Stop. Can you get 156? Now, most importantly, now this is the last part before I take a break. Now, most importantly, how certain are you that this 158 is enough? Not too much nor too little. Okay, now those of you doing module 6, you have to take note of this table. When you do your case, you can use Excel spreadsheet. So 158 year 0. At 10%, it becomes how much? 174,345. Then you provide for year 1 maintenance, your education, become 124. At 10%, 136 minus 50,086. You know, anything like this. Go to your random error. This one is something very practical. I would like to take up a loan of $10,000 to be repaid over 4 years. How much will installment be if interest charge per annum is 10%? Now, to compute this, do draw the timeline or time horizon as follows. Now, when you take a loan of 10,000, alright, okay, for 4 years, is it a year 0 or year 4? Year 0, 10,000. Okay, right, 10,000. And then you pay next year. Now, this is your PNT. Okay, this is your PNT. Can you follow? This is your PNT. Now, your PNT, is it year 0 or year 1? Year 1. Having said, end or begin mode? End. End mode. Can you follow? Get this basic one. Okay? So, this is how we calculate manually using the financial table and so on. In your calculator, you try out. Okay, end mode. Okay, present value 10,000 because money coming in. I10, N4, compute PMT. Alright, okay, compute PMT. You get 3154.7. Right now, most importantly, the next thing, how certain are you that this amount is the right amount? Not too much, not too little. We go about proving this using the loan amortization schedule. Right now, the word amortize means spread over. When you say a loan takes 10 years to be amortized, it means take 10 years to be spread over. Okay, right? So for example, now listen very carefully. Every year you pay this much, 3154, 3154, 3154. Can you follow? Your balance is 10,000. Okay? Interest is 10%. So 10% of 10,000 is how much? 1,000. You pay this much, out of which pay your interest. The difference, 3154 minus 1,000, 2,154. This pay your loan. 10,000 minus this, your loan after 1 year is this much, 7,845. Next year, 10%. Okay, 7,845. Alright, 3,001 minus this amount reduce your loan. Your loan this much. Then following year, 10% of this. Can you follow how it goes? Now, in other words, now you write there, if you notice there are 4 columns excluding the year. You have annual installment, the interest, alright, okay, the principal, and then you have the balance. Okay? So for example, the first column, alright, interest, that is column 1, column 2, column 3, column 4. How do I get this interest? How do you get this, for example, 547? How do I get? It will be column 4 T minus 1. The previous year one. Multiply by 10%. So it will be column 4 T minus 1. Multiply by interest. You understand this part here? Right? How do I get column 3? For example, how do I get this 2370? It will be what? And column 1 minus column 2. Column 1 minus column 2. You understand? Column 1 minus column 2. And then finally, this column. How do I get this 2868? It will be column 4T minus 1 minus column 3. I get this. You understand? How do I get this? Column 4T minus 1, the previous year, minus column 3, you get this. So this will be column 4T minus 1 minus column 3. You understand this part here? How to interpret? Have a basic understanding what we call a loan amortization schedule. Okay, sorry, can you follow? Alright, can you follow? Okay. Now, there are a few very interesting things with regards to loan. If you notice, in your typical housing loan, whatever loan, as the years goes by, the amount you pay towards interest gets less. The amount you pay towards principal gets more. In other words, in your typical housing loan, in your initial years, you are paying nothing but interest. Just to prove a simple point, if you take up a loan of 200,000, average interest is 7%. over a period of 20 years. Now try out your PMT. Now those are your calculator, try out. Alright, N mode P stroke Y 1. Present value 200,000. I7 N20. What is your PMT? Present value 200,000. Okay, right. I7 N20. What is your PMT? Okay, what is your PMT?
18,879.59.
Okay, alright. Now let's try. What do you get? Make sure it's N mode, huh? P stroke Y. How much is that? 18,878. Am I right?
159.
Okay, alright, 18,878. Now, do you all get 18,878? Can you get 18,878? Can you get? You get, huh? Now you get a hang of it, huh? How is that, huh? Okay, you get 18,878, huh? My next question to you, huh? What is your very first year interest? What is your very first year interest? Like this one, very first year interest will be 10 multiplied by 10,000, 1,000. Here, your very first year interest is what? 7% multiplied by 200,000. Your very first year interest is how much? Very first year interest is how much? 14,000. Imagine you pay 18,000 as an 8, 14,000 only pay the interest. The remaining amount only reduce your principal. That is why I can tell you a housing loan in your first few years you pay nothing but interest. It's only many years later, for every dollar you pay, will reduce your principal much faster. Can you follow? And having said that, from personal financial planning perspective, if you got two loans, this was, let's say you got one loan taken more than 10 years ago, 2001. Another loan just taken about 2 years ago, 2011, 10 years later. Same loan, same amount, everything is same. My question to you, alright, which loan should you settle first if you got money, extra money from bonus, EPF withdrawal? Old loan or new loan? New loan. Why? Because the new loan, you pay a lot of interest. You try to reduce faster. The old loan, you're already paying it. Every dollar you pay, alright, the interest will be reduced. You know, these are basic financial planning. But a lot of people do see it. Okay, alright, a lot of people say that, oh, old loan, I pay off my old loan, I have only one loan. But it doesn't work that way. Can you follow? Okay, now.